Hello, welcome to this week's Spiritual Medicine Digest. My name is Dr. 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧, and I am the founder of the Academy of Light Medicine and the 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧 Healing Method. And if you are new to my channel, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button and perhaps the notification bell, so every time I do a new video, you will be notified. Now, every week we do a new topic, and this week is no different. The topic for this week is alternate reality soul destiny partners. Wow, say that 5 times fast. Okay, so let me back up to 2020. I launched 3 books, 2 compilation books and 1 solo book. All became #1 international bestsellers. One of those books, the first one actually that was launched, is called Evolutionary Healer. Now, in this book, the chapter that I wrote was something very different and, let's just say, pretty off the beaten track. It was called alternate self syndrome. Now, what's it got to do with soul destiny partners? Just hang on a minute, I'll let you know. So what was happening really prominently in 2020 and has continued to happen is that all of us actually are increasing our spiritual gifts. I call them clairs, like clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, etc., etc. Now, clairsentience, the ability to feel in the body and even emotionally other people's stuff, is probably the dominant clair for most highly sensitive people. Now, they may not know that it is, and it can be pretty uncomfortable if you are feeling pain and fatigue and emotions and anxiety and depression in the body, and it's not even yours. So what was happening at an accelerated rate was that we became so gifted and our senses so expanded that we could feel into, whether we were trying to or not, feel into our alternate timelines. So our other past, present, future, dimensional lives. So you've probably heard of past lives and future lives, right? Well, there are like alternate realities where it's like a parallel life, you're human, and non-parallel life where you're actually non-human, but maybe humanoid, or maybe there's a lifetime where it's non-parallel, but you're just a light being, you have no body. Okay, so I teach about all this stuff in my courses. So I'm just giving you a really quick summary. So what is alternate self syndrome that I wrote about in 2020? Well, there's a phenomenon that has been occurring, and I call it the timeline convergence, for lack of a better, title. And that is when the energies or the dimensionality of all these different realities seem to have and are continuing to converge into a oneness kind of thing. Now, on the one hand, you're like, spiritual woo-woo people are like, oneness, woohoo, right? However, they don't realize that there are other aspects of that oneness on a practical level that can be, let's say, a little bit uncomfortable when you're feeling stuff in your body that may or may not be your stuff. Now, in the past, we'd say, oh, you just have unhealthy boundaries. Shore up your energetic boundaries, right? Your dimensional boundaries, your spiritual boundaries, your emotional, mental, energetic boundaries, physical boundaries. That's not enough, apparently. Well, not enough to avoid having uncomfortable symptoms from time to time. So in the book, I talk about the reality that some people are able to, highly sensitive people, able to feel what is happening in their alternate worlds. In fact, I had a case where a woman, fairly elderly actually, was able to see 5 different versions of her husband in different clothing at different times, some from the 20s, some people that came to her home looked like aliens, royalty, peasants. I mean, it was fascinating what she was able to see. Now, at first I thought she was just, possibly psychotic and needed medications or something like that, but no, apparently she got medications, didn't work at all, and source told me she was actually seeing them. And I was like, wow. So she was one of my first highly sensitive people. She actually wasn't even a patient. She was a family member of a patient. And I didn't actually get to work with her one-on-one, unfortunately. However, it was fascinating to me how sensitive she could be, and she could actually see these people in her, on her property and in her home. So I've had other instances after that where highly sensitive people are feeling a symptom or even having things seemingly move in their home, and it has to do with this connection with their alternate lives. And I've seen people more recently being very affected by negative energies, not in their home in this timeline, but wherever they are living in another timeline. So we've taught people how to do multi-property, if you will, clearing multi-dimensionally, among many other things that we teach people to do. So what does this have to do with soul destiny partners? Well, guess what? A soul destiny partner is someone who you have chosen, and they have chosen you, to help each other out, if you will, in a particular lifetime that you have together. Now, it could be you helping them primarily or them helping you primarily. And this relationship may end once that mission is done, if you will. Now, most people will only have one, maybe two soul destiny partners. What we are finding with super sensitive souls who are doing a lot of healing work is that they finish these missions so quickly that sometimes they get a new soul destiny partner to work with. And occasionally, what'll happen is that the soul destiny partner needs some sort of healing, and the person who is their partner will actually feel it through their bodies. Similar to alternate self syndrome, except it's not you, it is another. And when this happens, if you don't know it's your soul destiny partner, you can potentially assume that it's your stuff when it's not your stuff. Now here's the, clincher. When you are soul destiny partners with someone, you are supposed to feel their stuff. Like normally with sensitive souls, we say, well, you don't have healthy boundaries, don't feel other people's stuff, clear your field, yada, yada. However, if you are soul destiny partners with someone, then you do get to feel their stuff, and or vice versa, depending on who is helping who. Why? Well, because you need some sort of signal to tell you, yeah, your partner needs help, get to it, right? And for some of us, it can be pretty uncomfortable when that happens. The cool thing is if you've learned how to do stillness, and we'll practice a little bit today, stillness through observing internal movement, and you can actually focus the attention to a particular goal or a particular person or persons, in this case, a soul destiny partner, you can actually do healing on behalf of that soul destiny partner, and sometimes even without knowing who it is, and direct the healing specifically to that person or group of people. And then guess what? Your symptoms go away. How cool is that? Because they weren't yours in the first place. You were just empathically feeling them. So I find, at least in my personal experience, that with 𝗟𝗚𝗏𝗧 healing, we can actually direct the healing specifically to the other person, right, or people, and it helps to alleviate what's going on in us because it's not our stuff and we're just empathically feeling their stuff. Now, sometimes you can turn down the volume of what you're feeling, but if it's your role and your mission to help your soul destiny partner, that's why it's called soul destiny partner, right? Then if you do figure that out, it's actually very easy to figure it out. You just ask, right? You tune into source. We'll do the first part, which is align with source. And then you use divine muscle testing or some other technique when you're in alignment with source, you're in the 0-point field, to just ask the simple question of whatever I'm feeling, how much of it belongs to, in my case, 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧 in this body and timeline, right? You get a percentage out of 100%. I'm not here to teach the whole muscle testing course, but you can get a percentage, right, out of 100%. And if that percentage is pretty low, then you may have to go a little bit on a squeegee hunt trying to figure out, okay, well, whose stuff is it, right? If it's not yours from this body and timeline, is it your alternate selves? And how many of your alternate selves stuff is it? Is it your soul destiny partner or partners? How many do you have in this timeline? 1, 2, 3. Usually it's not a lot. And then to today's topic, your alternate selves soul destiny partners. Some people are so sensitive and have a big enough role, usually those with higher spiritual healing types or healing responsibility types, will actually be able to, and it is their role, to heal multiple timelines' soul destiny partners. Okay, you probably need a drawing of this, which I do not have, but just imagine, okay, if this is you in your timeline, right now, talking to me, listening to me, whatever. This is you, parallel self. This is you, non-parallel self. Okay. So in this timeline, maybe you have a soul destiny partner. Like I used to have my mom as a soul destiny partner, and I wasn't the one helping her, fascinatingly enough. Felt like I was. But apparently she was there to help me, probably by being the most challenging patient on the planet. So I could figure stuff out, right? Thank you, Mom. Anyway, so she was my soul destiny partner. So just imagine, okay, so she's my soul destiny partner, right? But here, my parallel self has a different soul destiny partner. It might be Mother Earth in that timeline, right? So what about this? I'm an alien in this timeline, for example. Well, my soul destiny partner might be my whole alien race. And that happens with highly sensitive people with high responsibility types. So now, and this is just 3 lives I'm talking about, right? But it's visual, so you can see it. So you got 3 lives, right? And each have their own soul destiny partners, and some lives have more than one. This person gets to feel the stuff of their soul destiny partner. This person gets to feel the stuff of their soul destiny partner. I get to feel the stuff of my soul destiny partner, and or vice versa, right? And because the timelines have converged, guess what? I may actually feel what's going on in my alternate self's soul destiny partner, either over here or over here. And now imagine there may be thousands of our alternate selves with other thousands of soul destiny partners, right? Now remember, this is actually a natural phenomenon where we're expanding our clairs and have that ability to heal so many more things, people, places, things than ever before. So it's actually kind of exciting. So if you divine muscle test, you could go ahead and actually test how much of whatever it is that I'm feeling in my body or this body in this, in this reality is actually coming from a soul destiny partner in this timeline or an alternate timeline soul destiny partner or an alternate reality soul destiny partner, right? And get that percentage. Now, it could be other people's stuff too. It could be mass consciousness, could be Mother Earth in this timeline, alternate timelines. I mean, we have a whole pretty long healing non-self 𝗟𝗚𝗏𝗧 healing masterclass, right? For those that are in my 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧 level 1 and level 2 programs, right? They have that protocol. So we're just simplifying it here, just so you know, if you do muscle test it, you can test at least those things. Is it your stuff, this body timeline? Is it your soul destiny partner stuff in this body timeline? Is your alternate soul destiny partner's stuff? Or your alternate, so anyway, so you can actually get a percentage. And the cool thing is once you do that, you can actually focus your healing on that so-called other being or beings. And that, in my experience, is much more efficient than just processing it in your body whenever it's available. It can make for some discomfort if you don't know what's actually going on. And the cool thing is it's not like you're reverse healing. Like some people think, oh, I've done all this healing work and I have a symptom and it was like the one I had 20 years ago, and they get really upset that they have a symptom. I would say, well, you know what, unless you're testing and really discerning, let's not put all the emotional victim-y whatever overlay over the experience. It's just the experience, right? And then you can discern, okay, well, I'm having this experience. I did have something similar 20 years ago. So you can ask, is it new? Is it not new? Is it mine? Is it not mine? If it's not mine, whose stuff is it? Soul destiny partner, alternate soul destiny partner, right? So you can go down this rabbit hole of amazing quality questions, which we do teach you how to do that kind of stuff, right, in the 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧 healing method. So for this week's TKH activation, let's do a mini healing on your soul destiny partners and alternate soul destiny partners. Now, in case you actually need to know what's going on with them, then you're going to have to muscle test, perhaps use the 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧 healing charts to see what's going on with them to specifically heal that one thing. It could be their property, it could be entities, it could be who knows, a curse, in that timeline. But if you don't need to know, then we can do this mini activation and perhaps you'll feel a little bit more like yourself or what you imagine to be yourself. So if you're ready, let's go and do step 1, which is align with source, stillness through observing internal movement. Go ahead and move your body a little bit. You can rub your hands, get some heat and energy going, and then relax, close your eyes if it's safe for you to do so. And then focus on the inside of your palms, underneath the skin. Focus on your arms, feel any flow or energy or movement or vibrations, and then just follow that flow wherever it goes in the body. Healing occurs best when you can be here and now in the present. And the best place to be in the present is to feel your body. So go ahead and just notice that flow wherever it goes. We're entering the 0 point now into that auto-healing state. And some other things may heal along the way that you don't even know what they are and you don't need to know. So continue following the flow as I do the 𝗟𝗚𝗏𝗧 Healing Directive for our soul destiny partners and alternate soul destiny partners, and see if you notice a shift in your body. Okay, here we go. I now command that anything that can heal, that's available for healing for all of our soul destiny partners, be healed and resolved in the highest and best way, all directions of time, with ease, speed, and grace. And go ahead and do that for all their alternate selves as well. I now command that for our alternate selves or alternate reality soul destiny partners, that whatever is available for them to heal in this moment be completely healed and resolved in the highest and best way, all directions of time and all timelines where they exist, with ease, speed, and grace. Thank you. And last but not least, let's go ahead and see if this may not work for everyone, but see if the download for what's called an automatic alignment activator can be downloaded to you where this will automatically heal them. Depending on, let's just say, the level of responsibility you have, you actually may need to know things. You may need to test them. You may need to find out what it is that is healing. But if you don't, perhaps this automatic healing bubble, the automatic alignment activator, will work for you. Okay. I now command the automatic alignment activator that auto heals your soul destiny partners be downloaded and activated in you in the highest and best way, all directions of time. I now command that the automatic alignment activator that automatically heals your alternate lives soul destiny partners be downloaded and activated in you in all versions of you in the highest and best way, all directions of time, with speed, ease, and grace. Thank you. Take a breath in and out. Anchor that in. Okay, just, notice what's happening in the body. Go ahead and type in the comments. How does that feel in the body right now? Do you notice a shift? You may or may not, but some sensitive people may notice a shift after that activation. And if for whatever reason this is really resonating with you, but you're not feeling a shift, perhaps you may need to connect with us at the Light Medicine community, or perhaps even work with the 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧 Healing certified practitioner, just to figure out what exactly is going on in your situation. Okay, and if you like this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. I would love to give you some of our announcements right now. So on Monday's radio show, okay, so every Monday we have a radio show, and this one is very special. It's with Dr. Will Trebbing, and it's about his book, Goodbye Germ Theory, and he has another book that's coming out in the fall about this as well. And so it's very interesting because he's a medical doctor who began getting really alarmed about the autism rates in his own town. So it was really affecting his, patient population. He was like, this doesn't make any sense at all. It can't really be genetic, So over 20 years, he documented all the things he's learned and realized, wait a second, this germ theory thing is actually not true, but we've all been taught it in school. So in the face of the recent pandemic, he founded the Church of Christ Consciousness, and that helps others safeguard their bodily autonomy, and he even assists people in crafting religious exemptions for if they desire it. So during this podcast, we had a very spirited interview. So we're going to talk about the real causes of diseases, unveiling, what kind of toxins are in everyday jibby-jabbies and why he advocates avoiding them. Yeah. Also understanding how our bodies actually produce bacteria and fungus. And person-to-person transmission. Is that really true? Or is it something we were told that was true? And then embracing safe and simple detox strategies for boron or borax. Yeah. So check that out. Okay, some other announcements. We have some fun upcoming events this coming week. First of all, Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have a very special presentation called New Year, New You, and it's all about a phototherapy patching protocol that I developed to really help to like reset your genes to a younger, healthier state, to release toxins from your body that are potentially harming you, and then to reshape your body. So we're going to give you simple and advanced versions of this, and it's absolutely free for those people that are in my light medicine community. So we'll put the link near this video on how you can join the light medicine community. In the event in the light medicine community, you can go ahead and register and get the Zoom link and all that good stuff. So there will be a replay, but the replay is only going to be housed in the light medicine community. We have recently been off YouTube for certain things for medical misinformation, so we just don't want to go there. Yeah, so but I'm really excited about this this new class. So that is absolutely free for all light medicine community members. Now, later in the week, we actually have my friend Ann Hession doing a very special masterclass, and in fact, she's doing two, one on the 15th and one on the 16th. In case you can't make one of them, she's doing it all over again for free, live, and it's all around how does a healer or a health coach who isn't necessarily really techie, right? I am very techie, but most healers are not techie, and they, in fact, really don't like tech. Like, how do you actually start making money instead of just, getting stuck and then nothing happens in your business, right? So the online business space, there is tech involved. There are strategies involved. And if you don't know them, then you're going to waste a lot of time and a lot of money. So she is brilliant. I won a free coaching call with her. OMG, it was amazing. She helped me a lot. So I am so pleased to be able to share these two free opportunities with you. And you know what? You like the one on the 15th so much, you can do the one on the 16th too. And yeah, I think us healers, especially those that don't like tech, really do need to learn some of this information. And don't worry, your eyes isn't gonna glaze over. She is a wealth of information, and also she is a great teacher. So join us on either of those days. That'd be really, really cool. And that's it for my main announcements. We'll put other things below near this video. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share it, and remember to subscribe to my channel. So thank you so much for being with me today. Remember to heal your soul destiny partners, your alternate soul destiny partners on all timelines where they exist. And love to hear your results. Let me know down below in the comments or in the light medicine community, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now. Much love.